Welcome to another episode of Bloodlust Boxing. I'm Sav.
And I'm Baz.
And today's episode, we talk about Luis Alberto Lopez versus Mick Conlan for what belt is it for again, Baz?
Oh, the IBF belts, I think so.
It is the IBF belt. Well done.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
They're fighting in Ireland on BT Sports.
Ireland. It's my island.
It's my island. Sorry.
Arr.
Too much Braveheart, but
Yeah.
yeah. So
That's got to be my favourite part in that whole film, I'm not going to lie. It's my island.
that's a good film, that is. Yeah. But anyway, let's get back to it.
Yeah, Mick Conlan, he looked good in his last fight.
Yeah, Mick Conlan fought Guerfi in his last fight. He got the TKO. It was a good stoppage.
And then he did look good against Lee Wood, got the knockdown on him.
So a lot of people were saying before that fight, Mick Conlan would beat Lee Wood, and obviously there was that upset, wasn't it? Really?
Yeah. And then they're just going toe to toe throughout the whole fight.
And it's weird, isn't it? Because it's like you had Conlan, who was expected to win the fight. He lost the fight, and then it was kind of like, oh, he was never any good anyway, blah blah blah. Even though he's got such a great amateur record, and that was he was winning the fight comfortably, wasn't he? Really?
Was he winning the fight comfortably?
Yeah. His engine dropped a little bit because it was.
I reckon it was to and fro.
It was a fast-paced fight. It was a fast-paced fight.
Yeah,
but
I remember during the fight, it was like I felt like it could go either way. I was just waiting for someone to get knocked out, and that's what happened.
It was, yeah. Someone was going to get knocked out, and you're like, is it going to go that way? But as the longer the fight went, you could see Mick Conlan's energy level just slowly like edging down. His bar was going down to like red, and it's just getting ready.
Lee Wood went for a finisher.
He just had that power in the bank.
Yeah.
It's like you when you're fighting me on fight night, and I'm just like constantly throwing the punches, and then you just like hit that big punch, because I got nothing left.
It's because you're always picking Mike Tyson, and I'm like just dancing around you with Muhammad Ali. Yeah.
But
always trying to the dirty headbutts and everything. Like,
hey man, I do what I can to win.
But trying to bite my ear off,
hitting you in the groin. Yeah. Groin shots. Yeah, let's get to it anyway. He's fighting Lopez. Like,
that's dangerous.
He's such an unorthodox fighter, isn't he?
Yeah, he's got such a strange style.
Yes, and I'm going to say it again, and I've said it a few times. I called Lopez to beat Warrington when no one really said it. And I went out there, and I put it out there, and I looked at him, and I was just like, yeah, he's going to win. Even though, obviously, we wanted Warrington to win. And, Luis Alberto Lopez, he done it. He had a great fight.
Yeah.
He's quite an
deserved win. We thought he might get robbed, didn't we?
It would have been bad if he got robbed, but he definitely won that fight. And very entertaining as well when he fights. He just don't know what he's going to do, doesn't he?
Yeah.
It's like the Matador, isn't it? Like with the ball. Like, against Warrington it was anyway. He was just sort of just controlling the fight. But
are you trying to say he was trying to avoid his head? Is that what you were trying to say? So?
I wasn't actually saying that. There has been rumours, but maybe Warrington leaves his head in a little bit, maybe a few elbows. But I wasn't going at that angle anyway. What I was going to say is Mick Conlan versus Lopez. There's two matadors in there, and which one is going to be, the head matador? That's a poor analogy in the end. But...
yeah, that is terrible.
Yeah, what do you think? Yeah, who wins this fight? What do you see? What's the strengths, weaknesses? Talk to me, talk to me. It's a bumper weekend of fights. Come on, tell me what's going on.
I feel like Lopez is going to have the higher work rate, and I think the engine would just be too much for Conlan.
But Adam Booth, he said they've trained for 15 rounds. I know everyone always says that, but
they always say that.
What about maybe they've learned from that Lee Wood fight where Conlan did start to drop off a little bit to pace the fight better this time round and to go for longer. Maybe put that extra work him in the fitness.
All right, say he does that. Even then, I still feel like Lopez is just too much of a bigger hitter for Conlan. I feel like he's going to catch him. He's just got that weird kind of punch in him that I think like a little screw shot.
He comes like at weird angles, doesn't he, when he punches? Yeah. But it's not necessarily concussive punches, but it does drain you. When you're getting hit.
Lopez's work rate and engine would just be too much for him. I think that'll be it, because these Mexican fighters, man, they never give up.
Yeah,
They just keep fighting.
he's not afraid either, isn't he? Like he went to.
I mean, Conlan ain't either, but
he went against all those Leeds fans, and he wasn't phased by it at all. So him being in Ireland with all of the Irish fans, it's not going to make any difference to him, is it? If anything, it might spur him on because he's proved
maybe he rises to the occasion.
Yeah, exactly. Like he likes to jeer on the fans and egg them on, but he did have a bit of bother in that first fight. Well, that fight against Warrington where he was complaining a lot to the referee.
He was. I didn't like that. Because there was times when Warrington didn't actually do anything bad, and he was still moaning about it. And it was hard to tell because that was very smart, because there was times when we felt Warrington hurt him, and he was only using that.
He bought some extra time, didn't he? He bought a couple of extra seconds here and there.
He knows how to work the ref.
Yeah. But smart, really,
yeah.
Well, you got Mick Conlon. He trains with Adam Booth, world-renowned trainer. He's got a good stable as well.
Yeah.
I think the key differentiator here, this is my take on it, Josh Kelly. They train in that gym together, Mick Conlon, Josh Kelly. He's a very unorthodox fighter as well. He punches at different angles. He likes to move around. He's almost a bit like that Lomachenko, like can move around quite a bit. He'll have that training again. Conlon will have that training there in camp, whereas Lopez might not necessarily has ever fought anyone like Conlon or like himself even. So against Warrington, Lopez was fighting someone who's a little bit two-dimensional, a very aggressive fighter, comes at you, throws those punches and bunches. But has he fought anyone like himself before? But punching off his angles,
Yeah, it's true. It's true.
I think that's going to be the differentiator here, and I think that's what's going to give the win to Mick Conlon.
Ooh.
Yes, I'm throwing out there. Yeah, I'm going for it.
Yeah?
Yeah, I've gone. Okay. I went Lopez last time. I think Conlon was.
I see you.
And you're raising me what? What you got me?
Well, I'm raising you. I'm raising you. Luis Alberto knockout. Oh really? No, he didn't. Oh no, he didn't.
Lopez is going to be good in the fight, but this is Conlon's fight, man. I'm telling you.
Yeah. All right.
He's had a long training camp. The only thing that might play into it is as he had too long a training camp because he's been away for quite a while. Apparently, it's been like 17 weeks he's been in training camp.
Yeah, 17 weeks.
That's a long training camp.
That's not a training camp. That's just like...
He's been training since February.
That's a prison camp.
That's a bit too long, really, but...
Yeah. He might be overworked.
Might be fatigued. He might be... Is he going to peak in time? Is he overpeaked? Yeah, that's the only question mark there.
Who knows? Anyway.
I'm sticking with my prediction.
Wrap it up.
Well, as I said, it's going to be a great weekend of boxing. So many great fights. You've got to time it right. I believe all the promoters have set the main fights at different times. So you've got Queensbury, Matchroom, Boxer, all timing the fights differently. So make sure. I think what we're going to have to do is get like 3 different TVs up when we're watching it. Like in Only Fools and Horses, is it Grandad, where he's got 2 TVs and you're like, why are you watching 2 TVs for? But
what are you doing, Grandad?
I think we're going to have 3 TVs and just have it. It's going to be like, like the Premier League show when you're watching it. Got the goals going in. And it's like, oh, we got Arsenal who just scored. Oh, no. No, they just conceded again.
Yeah.
But it'll be like that kind of thing. There'll be so much action going on this weekend. We're just going to be flicking from one fight to the next. Yeah, but anyway.
True.
Don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe.